Acapella is a huge deal on the Northwestern campus.
I really love to sing a lot.
It's like being in a band, except you don't have to learn how to play guitar.
This is your chance to be a rock star. Deep down, everyone wants to do that.
You can tell when the group is really clicking, when everyone's really focusing and we sound really good.
It puts you in a different singing a cappella world, which is an incredible place to be.
Many Northwestern alums know that the term a cappella means from the chapel and refers to sacred music sung without instrumental accompaniment during the Italian Renaissance. But even those who are dyed-in-the-wool purple may not know that Peter Lutkin, Dean of the Northwestern University School of Music, helped popularize a cappella music in the U.S. by founding the Northwestern A Cappella Choir, the first of its kind, in 1906. Lutkin helped move a cappella out of churches and into auditoriums. Collegiate a cappella remained a sedate affair throughout the 20th century. Glee clubs would perform beautiful harmonies with 3 to 4 vocal parts, but without much, well, pizzazz. In the 1990s, things changed, and the change was remarkable. Melissa Foster, now a teacher in the Beanon School of Music, was a voice major at Northwestern in 1993. She had only a vague concept of a cappella when she arrived on campus.
I was a voice major, I was in shows and choirs and things like that. And somebody that I knew was starting the group and was holding auditions and, you know, encouraged me to try out. So I did, and we made it, and I still didn't really understand what it was.
The group she joined, Northwestern's first contemporary a cappella group, was called Melodious Thunk, a playful nod to the great jazz musician. Melodious Thunk was part of a nationwide explosion of campus a cappella, fueled by a dramatic change in style. Vocal percussion, or beatboxing, had become a staple of hip-hop.
People beatboxing and while we're singing, and we're the instruments, so we're making sounds as well as words, and it's just this whole kind of meshing of so many different things.
By taking popular songs and rearranging them, with the voices doing everything, Melodious Thunk took the NU campus by storm.
It was this phenomenon, and it kind of exploded onto campus. It became this thing where every concert we would do would be sold out. It was this new sensation, and we were the only way to get to see that sensation.
The sensation soon spread. As new groups formed at Northwestern and other campuses, contemporary collegiate a cappella hit its stride.
In terms of just differentiating what contemporary a cappella is now compared to any other vocal music, it's entirely about texture. Mimicking instruments rather than simply just synchronizing on words. A group of 16 guys with 16 different parts, imitating bass guitar, rhythm guitar, lead guitar, the brass section, the percussion section.
The number of campus a cappella groups in America has grown from about 250 in 1990 to over 1,200 now by some estimates. Coming up, we'll meet some of the a cappella groups that have flourished on the Northwestern campus. Coming up with a clever, catchy name is a must in collegiate a cappella. Melodious Thunk, Northwestern's first group in the 90s, opted for brevity and changed their name to simply Thunk. Jake Schroden is one of Thunk's music directors.
It is really a group of best friends that just enjoy making music together ultimately and have just a ton of fun doing it.
Every time you have the je, give me more.
Tasha Kuntz is co-music director for one of Northwestern's most sophisticated groups, Purple Haze.
When you are with a group of people that they're really confident in what they're doing and each person is adding something different to the sound, it's the most amazing experience. In part to me because you can never recreate that single experience again.
The second group to form at Northwestern after Thunk was Significant Others, or SIG-O, as they're known on campus.
When I was growing up, my next door neighbor was in an acappella group, and it was this huge, like 50-member old men group.
Times have changed. SIG-O is all female with a sound and style all their own.
We're not as high energy as like the all guy groups. It's just not our thing, which is fine. It's just a bunch of girls singing really pretty songs.
All we can do is keep breathing.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Freshman 15 is an all-guy group, and they like it that way.
There's a big sound thing that we all really like that drew us to all-male a cappella. For a lot of us, that sound is really important.
There's something about a bunch of dudes being in a room singing music that's going to be very different from a co-ed group. There's a friendship there that and a level of casualness, if that's a word, that you can't get with co-ed groups.
F15 has a reputation for having the most fun at their performances.
Our performances are all really high energy and crazy, and it's not all about the music. It's about having a good time. We especially like doing gigs for sororities. The past few weeks have been especially busy because it's been sorority rush, and so we've been getting all kinds of calls for pledge moms who want us to sing for their sorority babies, and so there have been a few nights where we've had to do 3 performances in a night.
South Asian co-ed a cappella groups are gaining in popularity. Brown Sugar mixes a sweet blend of English and Hindi songs with lyrics from both languages in the same song.
Acapella has changed a lot over the years. You know, the type of people that are interested in acapella has changed. Everyone loves to do acapella now, so why not Indians? We are the only Indian acapella group on campus, and we sing both Indian and English music. Generally, we like to fuse them together.
Brown Sugar has taken their show on the road to places like Peoria, the hometown of one group member, where they were greeted enthusiastically by the local Indian community.
We perform, for all these parents and things who've come to America, and they've, immersed themselves in American culture, and it's nice to see that their kids are now trying to immerse themselves back in Indian culture and, blend it together with what's in college right now.
If you can find me, I'm here, and I'll stay cozily hiding by day. During the day I'll resign, waiting till you go away.
Your phrasing is getting dun, dun, really dun, 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 you know what I mean? Yeah. So can you keep thinking about what you're saying and make sure the right syllables are stressed?
Yes.
The competition to get in an a cappella group at Northwestern is stiff.
These spots are very coveted and very hard to get.
This year we had 75 guys auditioning, which for an all-male group, it's pretty awesome to have 75 guys come out and audition for your group. And out of that, we took 4 new guys.
Coming up, we'll find out what makes a great a cappella group sound great.
Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken.
A number of nationally known artists have emerged from campus a cappella groups. John Legend sang a cappella at Penn, Sarah Bareilles at UCLA. But the Purple and White are coming up.
There has been a lot of success recently from Northwestern. 2 individuals, Morgan Carr from Purple Haze got into the Broadway cast of Spring Awakening, and Jason Heyman from Thunk got into the Broadway cast of Rent.
Talented lead singers would seem to be a requirement for a successful a cappella group. Not necessarily, say those in the know.
It's hard to blend an ability to sing a solo and also sing in a group, because you have to value the sound of the group more than your own voice, and with a lot of soloists, they can't do that.
Thunk has a number of musical theater majors with trained solo voices. Daniel Diorio is not one of them.
No more, no more, it cannot wait. I'm yours. Open up your mind.
He's singing his way through a double major in learning and organizational change and legal studies.
They can have the best solo voice ever, but if they can't blend with the group, they're no good to us. The really important thing is blending and making sure that it sounds like one unit and not like 15 people singing, 7 different parts.
The group sound comes a lot from just spending the time working together and learning from each other, really listening during rehearsals to the sound we're making.
We'll turn off the lights and just sing with the lights off and our eyes closed, and just so that we can really focus on the sounds that we're hearing around us.
If you think about it from a musicianship standpoint, I think that blend is really important. I think that the strength and originality and creativity and complexity of the arrangements is really important. However, I also think that the group dynamic and presence of the group is equally important.
So you have to get everyone together with the will and the uniform desire to be good.
The commitment to be good comes with a price. A cappella groups generally rehearse from 10 p.m. to midnight, 3 nights a week.
Everyone's in shows or operas or has rehearsals for other things before they come to Purple Haze at 10 or 10:30 at night, so people are pretty tired.
I was just saying to Ben, instead of just guessing every time we get to that one section, why don't you actually look at the music?
And the late night rehearsals take a toll on people. Sometimes it's reflected musically because you want to be home sleeping or studying. But I think we all make a concerted effort to remind ourselves of again, like why we're here, what our purpose is, and that we need to focus on music for this time.
Northwestern's academic rigors make it tough on every student. Most of the a cappella singers on campus are not voice or theater majors.
We have a lot of pre-meds, a lot of econ majors, a lot of poli-sci, history, you name it. It makes for better conversation.
Having a mixture of people from different majors and with different interests helps shape the group. I think it brings different fan bases to the group. It makes the a cappella groups part of pop campus culture more than just an arts thing.
The all-boy groups have that like boy band kind of feel. I think they've got a lot of girls following them around. So we don't necessarily have like a pack of guys following us or anything, but we do have, usually a lot of the sorority girls will come up and support because we've got a lot of sorority girls in the group.
To keep loyal fans coming back, a cappella groups traditionally include at least one choreographed piece in their concerts. This can be a challenge, since singing talent and physical coordination do not always go hand in hand.
Hi, I'm Wonder Woman.
Another Northwestern a cappella tradition is the skit, although it seems like skits are performed more for the amusement of the a cappella group than for the audience.
Ever since you guys started running the economy, it's been awful!
Coming up, we'll see how a cappella groups make money and some of the amazing things they do with it.
So like sopranos have the
The music director has to plan every single rehearsal. You as the performer just have to know your music and show up healthy and ready to sing. They have to act as disciplinarian, as planner, as motivator, as organizer, as ears, for the blend.
Hey guys, please listen for a second. During rehearsal, it's a matter, for me anyway, of really getting the group to focus all of this chaotic energy that we come in with. So music directors are unfortunately the ones who always have to say, okay guys, come on now, simmer down, let's go back to some singing.
It's difficult to command your friends to do something, but at the same time, musically you have to, because we were chosen leaders for a reason.
You'd think it would be very difficult trying to get people to do things without yelling at them, but people have been pretty receptive overall, and they know when I mean business.
And then move on.
It's possible to purchase prearranged a cappella music, but every group at Northwestern takes pride in arranging their own music.
Yeah, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Knowing how to communicate to the audience and what affects them the most is what makes for an effective arrangement. How to do that, specifically with voices.
As the arranger, you have to hear those different instruments and not only listen to their rhythm patterns and what pitches they're making, but also kind of the timbre or the tone of their sound and figure out how you're going to make the voice best articulate that. And then you have to put it all together, make sure it works as a big unit, and it's hard to do.
This is like our child that we've given birth to.
3, 4. It's not. It doesn't go way down.
It doesn't
to
go to 1.
Do you guys know what that means? It's like in Superhero, where like hit, quiet, quiet, big hit.
Hearing an arrangement sung for the first time is definitely really nerve-wracking, especially for me. I am infamous for, bringing in an arrangement and then having 4 or 5 drafts of it later.
It's really just a matter of knowing the group and knowing how many parts you can split it into, what's going to be manageable in terms of the rhythms, and also just making sure it's fun to listen to.
A cappella groups are self-sustaining. Every 2 to 3 years, many groups record CDs of their music, which they sell to raise money.
All right, just for this beginning part, I'd like you to give them a little bit more duration just so we can establish a pitch center. Right now you're humming and we can't even establish anything tonally.
There's an increased focus on elaborate multi-track recording and the emergence of professional a cappella production specialists.
We only record one person at a time. We can be really picky about the sound that we're getting and do tons of takes and only take the best of what we get.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. One more like that, please. With Purple Haze, we want to be really particular and coach all the diction and the dynamics and the vowel shapes and the phrasing and everything as tightly as we can.
SIG-O is currently producing its 5th CD in its 10-year existence.
We've been fundraising all year, reaching out to friends and family to let them know, have them pre-order their copies. We hope to get it released on iTunes this year for even wider distribution.
That's pretty much the biggest way that we make money for the group, which is really important because the CDs cost thousands and thousands of dollars to make.
Some groups use the money raised from CD sales to go on tour. Purple Haze has sung in Spain, Ireland, and last year, Puerto Rico.
On all the trips, we do school workshops. We teach them about what a cappella is and we learn a song with them and sing it with them. We went to Puerto Rico and we did that at 3 schools, which was so awesome.
Thunk has taken music education to a different level. They conduct the Cape Town Project, bringing arts education to children in some of the poorest areas of South Africa. Daniel Diorio went to Cape Town when he was a freshman. Now a junior, he's in charge of planning Thunk's 2009 mission.
The greatest thing that happens is the relationship we develop with the kids that we work with. And it's just their spirit and how kind of incredible they are as kids to kind of overcome a lot of the stuff that they have to overcome on a daily basis. Music is a marker of identity, and throughout their history was a means of protest as well during apartheid. And we kind of just try and share our musical culture with them because they already have an incredible love and passion for it.
When trouble comes and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me.
Passion is the word to describe why Northwestern students sing a cappella.
The kind of passion that it takes to really make a group of individual voices come together into a cohesive group that can make such wonderful music together is really amazing to me. I never get tired of that phenomenon.
I was producer my sophomore year, assistant director junior year, and music director this year, and so it really has been the one staple of my college career. Everything else comes and goes, whether it's a quarter-long class or a paper or a test, it's over, whereas Thunk has been the only like stronghold of my college career.
It's a pretty awesome college experience. We feel so good when we're in sync and we're just singing and we can feel like we're surrounded by this wall of sound. We are just in that moment, looking at other people, smiling, like sharing. When I'm singing with Purple Haze, I am definitely in some other world.
I want to show it to you. I want to prove an apology. I think we have the energy. Would you please clap your hands? Sure, music is moving.
Show.